Hello, and welcome to this month's Market Update. My name's Daniel Manser, and I'm joined by Dr. Vivian Xu, a member of Frontier Advisors' Capital Markets and Asset Allocation team. Hi, Vivian.
Hi, Dan.
Now, Vivian, it's been all eyes on the US this month with the election, and global markets reacted significantly. How exactly did they react, and what were the key movements that you observed?
Well, compared to 2016, when Trump was first elected, this time the market seems to be more well prepared for a Trump win. We do see some large movements in asset prices, but they're not particularly as large as the historical episodes that we've seen. The Google search index that we've been tracking says that the US presidential election as a keyword is less searched than 2020 election date. And it's also way less than Taylor Swift during this year. So I would say the market is, already anticipating a Trump win in the days leading up to the election date this time. In terms of asset prices, we've seen the US equities have gone up, Japanese equities have gone up, and Australian equities has produced a small positive return. So the market is generally responding quite positively to Trump's win. And the U.S. Treasury yield sees the biggest movement. This is driven by the expectation around Trump's policy to be inflationary. And we've also seen the U.S. dollar appreciated and the gold price have come down. This is reflecting the reduction of near-term risk.
Fantastic. Central banks have also been busy adjusting their policy rates. Are there any kind of key trends globally around this or any notable outliers?
Yep. Most of the global central banks are on a steady path of rate cutting. The Federal Reserve cut their interest rate for the second time by 25 basis points in November. The European Central Bank, Bank of England, and Bank of Canada have all conducted multiple rate cuts at this point. One of the exceptions is the RBA at home. It's still on hold. Another exception globally is the Bank of Japan. While most of the central banks are lowering rates, Bank of Japan is actually hiking. And this was one of the factors that drove the extreme volatility in early August that we've seen. And Bank of Japan hiking interest rate combined with the new election of the prime minister makes the Japanese market quite wobbled a bit because of uncertainty.
Makes sense. With so much going on, is there anything else you've been observing that we should also be aware of?
Sure. One of the things we've been watching closely in the past month was the Chinese stimulus package. Apparently, it's a big thing because historically Chinese growth has been heavily dependent on policy stimulus. So in the past month, we've seen more details and announcements from the authority in terms of the planned economic stimulus to come in the next few years, especially on the fiscal side. The market reaction was generally underwhelmed by the scale and timeline of those stimulus, but it's one step towards the right direction, and we'll stay tuned for any updates on this front.
Fantastic. And anything in commodity markets?
Yep, that's a good point. The commodity prices have been extremely volatile in the recent years because of the geopolitical tensions and all those central bank actions. The gold prices now have reached historical high, and this is driven by central bank purchase and the safe haven asset effect as the global risk and uncertainty rises.
Some amazing insights there. Thank you so much, Vivian.
Thank you, Dan.
And thank you for watching this month's Market Update.